Okay, so yesterday we found the answers when the lines crossed, right? And the point of intersection was the solution. So today we're going to solve this way. We're still going to find the point of intersection, but we're not going to graph. We're going to do it with substitution. And the time we use this is when you can get one variable by itself. If I look at this and I look at this, is one of those have a variable that's by itself? So the top one has the variable by itself, so I'm going to put that under the choose column. Draw a line that you put this in the choose column. So when you put that in the choose column, the other one goes in the substitute one. And what you're going to do is you're going to put parentheses around whatever is on the other side of the y equals. And this time it's 2. So I'm going to take this 2, and where I see a y over here, I'm going to put where the parentheses is. So I'm going to write x plus 3 times 2 equals 14. 3 times 2 is 6. So that's my x variable. That's my x coordinate, is the 8. And I already know my y, what's it equal to? So my solution is 8, 2. And that's where those two lines cross without graphing it. So number 2, is one of the equations have a y or an x by itself? It doesn't? What's this? What's this? They're both by themselves. So it doesn't matter which one you choose. So I'm going to choose the top one to go here. And that means this one goes here. So just like the last one, I'm going to put parentheses around what's after the variable that's by itself. And so this is my y variable. So over here where I see y, I'm going to put what's in parentheses for the y. I'm going to substitute that in. So I'm going to take this and put it here. So I'm going to have 6x minus 4 equals negative 2x plus 28. And I'm going to put my variables on one side. Jack, stop yawning. You are having fun. Variables on one side, numbers on the other. So I'm going to add 2x. So I get x is 4. So that goes here and here. So now that I know that x is 4, in this equation right here, the one we haven't used yet, I'm going to put the 4 in for my x. So I'm going to get y equals 6 times 4 minus 4. So 6 times 4 is 24, minus 4 is 20. So that's my y. So if I look at number 3 now, is there one that has a variable by itself? No. So you want to choose the equation that has a variable with no number in front of it. So you see how the x has a 3 in front of it and the y has a 5 in front of it? Those would be harder to solve for. But this x, it doesn't have a number in front of it. So this is the one I'm going to choose. And this one is going to go here. So now this time the x is not by itself. So I'm going to move this to this side to get the x by itself. So when I do that, I'm going to put parentheses now. And this goes for x. So I'm going to have 3 So what do you think I'm going to do next? Distribute. So we don't mind doing that. That's not hard. So you get negative 12 minus 12y plus 5y. And then I'm going to combine like terms. So I get y is 2. So that's here and here. Oh, yeah. Thanks. So it's negative 2. Thank you. So then we're going to take this negative 2 and we're going to put it back over here to find my x. And when these are written side by side, do I take negative 4 minus 4? You have to multiply first, right? So I'm going to take negative 4 plus 8. So x is a positive 4. So these two lines cross at 4 and negative 2. All right, y'all try this one. Which one did you all choose? Top or bottom? Top. And we chose that because the a is by itself, right? So I can do a minus 3b equals negative 22. And I can move this to this side and get that. So this one went here, so this one goes here. And I'm going to put parentheses, and it's for a, right? So I'm substituting in for a. So I'm going to take 4 and when I distribute, so I get b is 6. And once you get the b is 6, you substitute that back in here. So I'm going to get a equals negative 22 plus 3 times 6. So do I have an x and a y this time? I don't. So how do I know what order to write the ordered pair in? Right, it's like alphabetical order, right? So A comes before B, so I'm going to have negative 4 and 6. Okay. So the perimeter of a rectangle is 24. The width is 30 less than 5 times the length. Find the dimensions. Okay, so first of all, you can't not do this because it's a word problem and you hate word problems. That's number one. You can't do that. So, how do I find perimeter? I add up all the sides. So, we're going to have length and length and width and width. So if I add up all the sides, how many L's do I have? 2. and I had 2 W's, and it gave us that the perimeter is 24. Was that difficult? No. Next, the width is. So what variable is the width? And what does the word is stand for? Equals, Mrs. Archer. Yes, yes it does. So, is there any other word that's important in here? And what does the word than do? It flips it. So I have to start with 5 times the length. So 5 times the length less 30. Now if I was going to solve this, and I was going to solve it with just what we learned today, is one of those have a variable by itself? This one. So can I just put parentheses around it and substitute it in for W? So I'm going to get 2L plus 2 times and I'm going to distribute. So 2L plus 10L gives me 12L. So the length is 7. So if I know the length, how do I find the width? Right here, I have W, right? So W equals 5 times 7 minus 30. 5. These are meters, right?